皆さんこんにちは、FOX 中隊長です。バイデンから政権を奪い取られ、トランプ大統領がホワイトハウスを出て行ってから、皆さんも随分気落ちされているのではないでしょうか。別のチャンネルでも紹介していますが、トランプジュニアから送られてくる情報でも、まだそんなに具体的な話が進んでいるわけではないようです。しかし、活動は間違いなく始まっているようです。今行われている弾劾裁判のけりがつけば、必ず表に出てきて活動を再開されるのではないかと思っています。米国の中でもまだまだクーデターなどの軍事行動を行うのではないか、そして政権を奪い返すのではないかという噂がありますが、今の下院議員の勢力のままでは、大統領は全く自由に動くことはできません。私は米国の政治は下院で決まると思っていますので、あと1年と数ヶ月の間に、いよいよその迫った下院議員選挙でトランプ大統領を中心とした活動で下院の勢力をひっくり返す活動をいち早く始めるべきだと思っています。さて、このチャンネルにさらなる助っ人が誕生しました。アリゾナの国境付近で長く生活をしており、国境の事情には非常に詳しい方で、空軍に入隊し長く武器のスペシャリストとしてイラクや中東に陸軍とともに活動されていた方、そして退役後陸軍との協力関係にある民間企業で兵士にさまざまなアドバイスをする仕事を今されています。名前はFOXアリゾナさんと言います。皆さん、シカゴさんと同様によろしくお願いします。FOXアリゾナさん、こんにちは。あなたはアリゾナにもまだ家族がおられますし、そしてメキシコとの国境に関しての事情通だということも知っています。バイデン政権になって今後、国境の事情はどう変わるんでしょうか。
For our subscribers.
Sure. So, everybody, I'm a military veteran, and I'm currently affiliated with the U.S. military in a private capacity. Most of my experience, my professional experience has been here in East Asia and the Pacific. And additionally, a lot of my life in the U.S. Has also been living in the border states, the southern border of Mexico, and being very close to the politics, if you will, of U.S.-Mexico border relations.
Border.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess kind of the short answer is that it's a really big question, and we can spend hours.
Yeah, I know.
Discussing these issues. As far as any of the Biden administration policies, again, they're just towing the the globalist and Democratic Party line, which is they want to ensure voters, they want to weaken the culture, and they want to create cheap labor and destroy the American economy. As the saying goes, you don't run first world machinery, right, with third world programming. Regarding the border wall, I think more than anything, it's important to realize that it's symbolic. It's symbolic. So, a Biden administration saying, we're not going to build any more border wall, I think that has to do more of the symbology of trying to destroy, Trump's image, and also, to destroy, the image or the desire, for Americans to have a sovereign nation. Because again, a lot of liberal organizations around the world, not just the U.S., even in Japan, they want to make their country available to everybody, right? That's what they say. We're no longer a country on our own, but we're part of a larger, globe, and everybody should be able to come to our country. So that's kind of my perception of any executive action taken by the Biden administration to discontinue building the Trump wall. Now they're going to continue funding the Department of Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection to do their job, but as far as any of the kind of, I guess, big pushes in publicity to physically secure the southern border. No, it's definitely more symbolic than anything. Because remember, the organizations, whether it's a private organization or a government, an NGO, they will find ways to move people, right? They will always find ways to move people. Japan is an island surrounded by water, but yet these organizations still find ways to bring, outsiders into Japan. All right, so is the same in the United States. Wall or no wall, these organizations will find ways, legal loopholes, to fly in or bus in or boat in, these people. And often, right now the trend is to say that they are refugees.
今、ワシントン DC にあるアメリカ議会の議事堂を各州から送られてきた州兵が議事堂を警備するという名目で集められて、これが3月までに継続すると聞いています。FOX アリゾナさんは元軍人としてこれを聞いてどう思われたでしょうか？
Actually, that one, we have to kind of re-examine the news story a little more. So that particular unit that you saw in the mainstream news, right, they got relocated to a parking garage. And it's just a single battalion. It was not like all the soldiers. It was just one battalion from that area.
Oh, okay.
And to my knowledge, their quartering there was just temporary. I'm sure that their leaders, their senior NCOs and the unit commander, I'm definitely sure that they found better billeting for their soldiers, because that would just be the responsibility of their leadership. How did I feel? I guess when I first saw the story, I guess it was to be expected, right? It is to be expected. The government, they're open for business, and they don't want to see a bunch of dirty, smelly soldiers laying in their offices and hallways. And that's just how it is, right? That's just the relationship on how it is. And military members, ultimately, your commitment, your duty to serve, you're gonna have to eat a lot of things that you may not like, whether right, it's the actions or behaviors of a government official. You just have to deal with it, and that's the burden and the professionalism of the military member.
これから新しく FOX アリゾナさんを加えて、特にアメリカは南部の情報をいろいろ集めてもらい、話をしてもらおうと思っています。このアリゾナさんにも質問をいろいろぶつけてみてください。そして FOX シカゴさんは民主党の強いイリノイ州シカゴにいますので、シカゴは民主党の今の基盤となるような社会民主主義という考え方の発祥地で、オバマもバニー・サンダースもここで学んだと言われています。これからいろいろなそれに関するような情報もまた含めて集めてもらおうと思っています。